Hi, good morning, everybody. It was so good to see all of you again. Actually, today is going to be a very good webinar to help you to understand why, hey, how come when after exercise, my legs really took a little while to experience the pain. And a lot of the diabetes don't even know. Actually, that is very common for diabetic when you have pain muscles delay and so you have a delay onset pain muscles, which is very common diabetes. And the reason is because a lot of the nerve are being damaged, or the transmission of nerve information to the area of the knee and the ankle and all that is substantially delayed because of the diabetes nerve damage. So net result, you will have delay onset muscle soreness, and it's common. And with that, you need to figure out, well, how do you actually kind of help you to prepare or repair these muscles, meaning like you have to massage, stretch, and all that after you do all the exercise. And that, to me, this is what you can do to help you to delay all the unnecessary pain. So today will be a very enlightening lecture for you. The reason why I did that is because I injured myself just recently. And I noticed, because I'm a pre-diabetic, so I noticed, healing process took a long time. Instead of, maybe 2, 3 days, now it took almost 4 weeks. It's still, things are slowly improving. Like the swell slowly come down, pain is still there, but less. But 4 weeks afterwards, before, I don't have that kind of problem. So I thought that, wow, then I better let everybody know, if you have pre-diabetic diabetes, you're going to experience that, and something that you can able to understand, and basically don't ignore it. The thing important here is you actually do something about, like, for example, massage, stretching, warm towel, increase circulation, those area, or even ice if you want to. But net result with that is you're going to have a strategy improving all these delay onset muscle soreness to improve the healing process. So I think today it will be a tremendous enlightening webinar for you. So that way you can be prepared, all the potential issues that you may face. Okay, so now we're going to start up my webinar. I'll go with that now and go with it. All right. Okay, so today we're going to talk about how sore muscles after exercise and why the onset of those pain come later. As I mentioned, I myself also experienced that because of the fact that I'm a pre-diabetic. So maybe we need to start having that alertness and start doing something about it without understanding, without, just ignore it, because things will heal much slower. But if you not ignore it, you do massage, stretching, then the muscle recover much faster. So the pain will delay, will recover faster. You don't get the pain, and then you feel much better very fast. So I thought today's lecture is a tremendous enlightening for pre-diabetic diabetes. So you can understand, wow, this, you can do something. It's not because you are lucky to have delayed pain. Okay, so it's not the case. Okay, so today's introduction will be understand what is the delay onset muscle soreness, as called DOMS, and why does it happen, and why diabetic even have that, and how they're connected, and how to manage the sore muscle in the diabetes, so so you can able to feel better quickly, and all that is actually today webinar, and it's really a good webinar for everybody, because this is something that you can able to do to help you to decrease the pain, for example. So it really, I think, is a very enlightening webinar for all of us to understand, what this is, and so that way you can have a better understanding easily, and with that you can able to basically do something about it to delay all your pain. Okay, so that, and how should help you, and when you're supposed to see a doctor, and will be all explained to you today. Okay, now today I noticed a lot of the people I had in my my group that come in for this webinar, I don't know them. And so I thought it would be nice to catch up with understanding how the diabetes being formed, the 4 stages of diabetes. The first stage is LDL cholesterol go up, and your body the LDL cholesterol start damaging the B cell coming from the pancreas. And after the pancreas B cell damaged, more and more B cell come, it doesn't work. Sugar doesn't go into the cell. The blood sugar start increasing in the blood vessels. Now that's a problem start forming because the LDL cholesterol and the sugar mix together the blood, your blood becomes thick. And when it becomes thick, and they form plaques everywhere. And eventually, very fast, you go to stage 2. Now, when you have all the plaques form and the vessels, you have less space, so the blood pressure start going up. And this plaque will form forever and ever. You know, where more and more going more sugar and more plaques will form, the more plugs it can be, so your blood pressure will continue further go up and go up. So net result, you will have high blood pressure, but at the time you really do not know. Most likely 130 become 140, 150, but you have no sign feel it. You don't feel it. So until you go to a doctor to check and say, oh, my blood sugar go up so high. Okay, that is one problem that you might face. And this is if you don't do anything to get medication eventually, or you don't stop your cholesterol going up and sugar going up, you will get worse and worse and worse, okay? So you will very fast, if you don't do anything, you move to stage 3. And stage 3, every doctor will measure the same data to understand, are you a pre-diabetic or diabetes? How do you know you are pre-diabetic? They measure the HbA1c, find out how much sugar attached to this hemoglobin cells. Everybody have a hemoglobin, and this red blood cell, if you are 5.7, if you're a normal person, 5.7 lower, you're still a normal person. Anything from 5.7 to 6.4, you know what? You are a pre-diabetic. Unfortunately, during pre-diabetic, you have no medication. Doctor will tell you, hey, you know, you are pre-diabetic now. You got to change your lifestyle, and you got to exercise, lower your carbs intake, lower your weight, and you have to measure blood sugar. Now, if you don't do any of those, eventually 3 to 4 years or 2 to 3 years, you will convert to a diabetic, because a lot of people, when they find out they're pre-diabetic, usually they're in about 6.3, 6.4 already on A1C. So very quickly, they can jump over the range to 6.4 and above. And once you 6.4, doctors say, hey, you're diabetic now, you probably might need medication. Some people give you metformin to start you off, da da da. So once you start that off, then you are ever diabetic. They won't change your file. Now, the thing is this, your A1C at 5.7, 6.4 above, or you're above the 6.4 already diabetes, one thing you can do is drink low sugar tea, which will help you to lower your blood sugar, cholesterol, and blood pressure. Now, that is one of the things. But why drink low sugar tea? Well, low sugar has 2 things. One is called the guava leaf bits, which delay the blood sugar into the blood vessel. And then other is your bitter melon. The bitter melon is actually increase the insulin sensitivity and take the sugar into the cells, so the cells have fuel to work with. Now, one thing very uninteresting, the bitter melon will excrete the excess sugar and cholesterol and salt out of the body system through urine. And when all these 3 come down, your blood pressure will also come down, plus the detox. So drinking low sugar tea helping you decrease all that 3 highs, so you can maintain continually, maybe from your 6% all the way to 5.7 and lower. And you can actually start changing your lifestyle, because at your pre-diabetic state, you don't have any medication to take. You can take low sugar to help you drive that down. Now, if you're beyond 6.4, we have many patients who are diabetic, but they also still drive these sugar back down to below 6 or 5.7, and they cut down the medication, do not have insulin intake. Wow, this is why low sugar tea can be so good to help you. So you got to really focus to help you to do that. Now, Our company is not just to tell you to drink low sugar tea, because really at the end of the day, remember, you have to change your lifestyle. In order to change your lifestyle, you have to lower your carbs intake. In other words, your low carb diet, low fat diet, so lower both blood cholesterol and also your sugar. You have to exercise 8 to 10,000 steps a day. So the more exercise you do, you lower blood sugar. You have to lower your weight. Your BMI has to be below 23. So if your BMI is 30, most likely your blood pressure continue to go up, and you lower your weight, your blood sugar and your blood pressure will go down. So definitely will help. Plus, you listen to our regular weekly webinar, which is totally free, to help you better understand the whole disease process. Plus, we have a system to help you take the daily blood sugar and track. Wow, isn't that wonderful? This is something you can able to do that. So basically, that's what we do, and you can able to do this to help you to continue to drive a better health, so you can continue to bring your blood sugar down to below 6.0 or 5.7. Most likely you'll be healthy and you eliminate all the risks of the pre-diabetic and diabetes complication. That is what our objective. So let's find out why after you exercise, your soreness of the body kind of come 2 to 3 days after, not immediately. Usually if you exercise, you will always have a soreness immediately, but you don't, because you have pre-diabetic diabetes. Now, this is called a delayed onset muscle soreness, and this is very common in diabetic, especially if you are even more serious diabetic. Your soreness will even feel worse, get worse, and healing much longer. Okay, the healing process much longer. Now, how it works is usually a delayed onset soreness of diabetic. Usually, you don't feel it until 12 to 72 hours later. 12 to 72 hours later, you didn't hear wrong. After exercise, your pain kind of come later. And usually, especially when you work, why things are really painful, things like that after exercise, because your exercise really stretch out the muscle, maybe even some slightly tear. All these common worked out is really become very painful if you're a normal person very quickly, right? The same, maybe 4 or 5 hours that you feel it. But if you're diabetic, you find out about 12 to 72 hours later. So usually, for example, if one day you did intense exercise, you're lifting weight, whatever, then you feel tiredness, but you still feel okay, but don't feel worse. But then suddenly in the third day, which is 72 hours now, you suddenly feel, wow, what happened, man? It's ache here, sore here, everywhere. And some even have swelling, okay? So this is the typical diabetic or pre-diabetic person might be feeling. And that's why I want to alert you guys. This is something that delayed onset of pain, muscle pain, is happen for pre-diabetic, diabetic patient. So really, you are asked why this happen. When you exercise, then you have that kind of problem because especially after exercise, as you know, after exercise, some of the muscle may be stretched and maybe slightly tear on muscle fibers, and the body has to repair this muscle fiber. But then, when you have the DOMS, the body repair muscle really take longer and harder. So that's why you will have a delay onset of this pain management. Now, the symptom of DOMS, usually you feel the muscle become very stiff, and when you touch it, it tends to touch, oh, wow, so sore. And when you press it, soreness will be really get even, more, and especially when you move your leg or whatever, you feel really painful, and it starts swelling a bit, like the limb or what area you're working on. And on top of that, you might have muscle cramps. Now, this is common symptom of DOMS. And this is, again, this is delay, not immediate, not 4 or 5 hours later you exercise. This is like 12 hours to 72 hours. So a lot of people say, hey, I'm doing pretty good. Hey, I exercise. Then 2 days later, say, whoa, man, this is really bad. My whole body aches. And all the area I felt is so terrible. Okay. So the symptom is really when you have delayed onset muscle soreness, which is commonly called DOMS, appears definitely about 12 to 72 hours after exercise. And you like to feel aching and dull muscle pain, and you can improve rest and gentle movement, but it's still sore, right? And then but on the hand, maybe a swelling or no swelling and some sharp pain in the affected area. Now, however, a difference between a muscle strain or tear differences is if you tear, you usually happen immediately during the exercise. You will feel the pain right away. And you're feeling sharp and intense pain is right away, pretty much within hours or because muscles start swelling up. And you will get bruise weakness, and then your movement will be absolutely affected. So really DOMS and actual muscle injury is two different things. And I said the differences are shown already, that whatever you have injury of muscle strain, you will have happen the pain right away. You have everything, see the soreness and swell suit right away. But DOMS doesn't, okay? Now, then what is the connection with the diabetes then? Really why people will have DOMS, especially with diabetes. Now, the thing is this, the sign symptom definitely show if you are diabetic or pre-diabetic, you feel more intense soreness. You know what? The pain become more, swell might be more, and the circulation will be going down to the affected area to get healed is much longer. Especially when that happened, you notice why being take longer is because the high blood sugar are actually slower than the muscle repair. You know, with the increase of blood sugar in your system, affected your muscle repair much more slower. Now, another thing that people don't realize, when you are pre-diabetic, diabetic, you really usually have some kind of nerve damage already. So it makes the pain harder to detect and also manage. You realize that later because your muscle, your nerve has been damaged due to the diabetic. So the feeling of the pain is much longer or later rather than immediate. And so this is really a different compare with when you have no diabetes. I see that for myself. A lot of patients who work with me and also ask me the same question. Look like that when they injure afterward, it took longer to experience this pain or the soreness after long exercise. So it is quite normal for people who have diabetes actually get delayed symptom of the sore muscle. So how do you manage this sore muscle in diabetes? Well, some of the things that is very important, you have to first objective is controlling your blood sugar. So how do you do that? One, you're gonna stay hydrated, drink plenty of water or drink plenty of low sugar tea. Now, that's why actually our plan on low sugar tea give you 2 liters of water to drink every day. The major reason for that is not to just get you to drink more water. The reason is you have enough water to dilute your blood so your sugar go down, and also to excrete all the sugar out. You need the water help you to excrete the water, sugar out. So that way you can continue to maintain your blood sugar become low. So drinking 2 liters of water has become a design from our product to help you to lower your blood sugar. Now, you may say, well, if I don't drink sugar, water, would it help? No, it doesn't, because you don't drink enough water. You really cannot dilute the blood. You cannot excrete the sugar out, right? So secondly, as I said, your objective is gotta lower your blood sugar. And then so if you lower your blood sugar, your muscle will heal faster. It repair itself faster. When you repair the muscle faster, your pain, everything will go down. the swell will go down, and your body will recover. So you manage this much better, feel better of the muscle pain area. Or you can do warm up, cool down exercise when you do exercise to prevent severe soreness. In other words, when you before you do exercise, stretch those muscles. Stretch those muscles. Don't just jump into it. Like golf, the same thing. You have to stretch the muscles. So net result, you don't cause the injury. Now, you really have to do gentle massage or gentle stretch to reduce stiffness of the muscles. That is very important. Got to do stretch. If you don't do stretch, you got to do really gentle stretch now. It's a big stretch, but that doesn't work. Gentle stretch to help you out to reduce the stiffness. And certainly, the muscle also needs to rest and recover. So you got to give the muscle time, not overwork it, let it rest, and so let it heal. So a lot of time I found that I also really help with put warm compress, for example, to help the muscle to increase more circulation, or massage in a sense, like for example, a small massage machine to help them massage your affected muscles. That can be definitely help because it increases circulation in that area. So with all that though, when really I truly need to see a doctor when my muscle's so painful. Now, if your muscles after you do exercise, a pain lasts for a week, well, then maybe you need to consider to go to the doctor because maybe that's beyond just the muscles stretch too much. And also, if your muscles start become weak and swollen, weakness, that's more important. Not swollen also, but weakness is most important indicator also. And you have difficult moving. For example, after I did exercise so painful, I can't move at all. You might go to see a doctor. Or your blood sugar stay extremely high after exercise, over 200 or over 10 and above. So that way, you really got to say, wow, I better start seeing a doctor. Another one is called experience. If you experience rhinomyolysis, which is a rare muscle breakdown after intense exercise. Now, this is something that is rare, but it had happened, meaning you really have tremendous pain after exercise, muscles get swell, and so really at the end of the day, you gotta see a doctor. So nevertheless, the time to see a doctor, if you see this symptom, you should maybe consider now going to see a doctor. Now, the treatment is really important when you have this 72-hour of soreness now. Certainly, first, you have to rest. You can do ice compress, elevations of the area of pain, or you can do a gentle stretching. You can do ice water bath. You can do massage. Massage, I found, is very important because you relax the area and the massage, especially you have vibration massage, that kind of stuff. And so that way you can able to help you to get more circulation in the area, and you hopefully that with that it improve healing. Certainly low impact aerobic movement might be also helpful. So among all that, I found that really important is really the massage, ice compression, could be also heat, to help the area, depends on what the area. But all that is really important. Gentle stretch, I found that extremely helpful to help to decrease the muscle exercise. And also, then you might ask, well, if that's the case, what kind of exercise will be good for me if I do exercise? And what do I do to make sure that I don't overstress myself? Well, first of all, in exercise, you really have to start slow to build up the exercise. That's why I rather prefer, instead of a lot of jogging for more the elderly, meaning you're 50 and 65 years old, can you do brisk walking? You become a light activities like walking, brisk walking, do slight soft stretching exercise, and then continue walk on, and you tend gradually to avoid any injury and fatigue. And that's important because this will only able to do that to help you to prevent overdoing it. And you net result, you get worse because you're overdoing it. Now, you also need to monitor blood sugar. You have to check the level of blood sugar before exercise and after exercise. And you will need to carry some snack before and after exercise. Reason is sometimes some of the diabetic patient, after doing exercise, the blood sugar kind of drop suddenly. And you might need that snack to help you to boost back up the blood sugar a bit to make sure that you can maintain continued conscious. Because I did found people who did exercise suddenly just dropping down, on the floor, and because blood sugar got too low. So you need to have some snack, meaning a hard candy in your pocket. And matter of fact, if you're diabetic, you also have to have that. But unfortunately, I found some patients, they tend to do exercise, they forget the purse or forget the wallet or forget whatever. They don't have the hard candy in there. So they have the pants with a phone. But unfortunately, if your blood sugar too low, you need that candy to help you out. Unfortunately, many of time, these diabetic patients don't have. So they went bing bong on the floor, and then they become tired, weak, and maybe can even go unconscious. That is absolutely dangerous, no good. So you feel shaky, don't feel good, you gotta have that hard candy. Now, you also need to have a safe activities, a place you can save environment for activities. Like, for example, you walk. It's good to walk on brisk walking, fast. Also, a shopping mall, or just walk. You got to do that. If you want to swim, you can get a swimming, make sure cycling, in the area where people are around. So you don't swim by your own side. You don't feel good. You have no one to help you. And or you do strength training exercise, you also need a place to do strength training. So people around to potential, if you are working too much, your blood sugar down, people can help you. Now, you really avoid high impact workout if you have nerve damage for your foot issue. That's why people ask, well, how do I know I'm not so good with my nerves? So I said, well, maybe if you don't know, that's okay. Just do brisk walking exercise with very good exercise shoes, meaning that the shoes is comfortable, don't give you callus and all that good stuff that might injure your blister, create blister for your foot. So wear some of those really good, well-supported shoes. That is very important. And do brisk walking is good. Now, when you're at home, you can still do the same thing. Get two barbell, go up and down like this, go up, down, up, that, and then you can do it for maybe 30 times, and then, or rather 30 minutes. So net result, you can still watch TV doing your Step Master. As I mentioned, Step Master nowadays costs maybe less than 50 US dollars or 300 Hong Kong dollars. Very cheap. You can able to do that even outside. It's snowing, storming. You can do it at home watching your favorite TV show. So these are another alternative that you can consider. One more thing that you always do exercise, you have to stay hydrated. You can bring low shu tea with you. I have a lot of now clients, instead of drinking water, drink low shu tea during the exercise and after exercise. Hydrate them. And so net result, they can able to, even the blood sugar go up, they can control, monitor, and continue to, they will actually, after drinking low shu tea, they excrete the excess sugars out and the cholesterol out and the salt out, so the blood pressure going down. And you should always have a target of at least 150 minutes of moderate exercise per week. In other words, it's almost like 30, 40 minutes per day. And for 5 days, you can do that, and that would be good. Or you can do exercise at least the Step Master, same thing, 40 minutes to 1 hour, up to you. You can able to do that with a barbell and the Step Master. Very important, you have to wear proper shoes. Even in Step Master, I would suggest to wear your walking shoes on a Step Master going through. So that way your foot is always protected with a comfortable foot, and so you don't get accidental injury. Because don't forget, your diabetic foot injury can be very difficult to heal. So you don't want to do that. You don't want to create soreness, and you don't want to create blister or doing your workout. So very important, wear a very comfortable suit. Again, your body will tell you basically to say, hey, you are really overdo it. So if you feel dizziness, weakness, chest pain, you gotta rest. You cannot just continue, wow, so I do a little more, stretch myself. No, you don't do that. You want to rest and make sure you are not overdoing it. So you want to make it easy. Make sure that if you feel dizziness, weak, chest pain, you stop, take some deep breathing, make sure that it's go away. Don't let it continue to say, I still continue to have chest pain, difficulty breathing. You still try to do some more because that might be striking you for a heart attack. You don't know, but that's the key case. And then if you continue to have that chest pain or dizziness or weakness, shortness of breath, you need to go to hospital, not doctor office, because you need to check it out. Maybe you really strike a heart attack. And I have a lot of customers who are diabetic, and I see it also in my own ICU work. They basically saw this, and lucky they act. If they don't act, they might could have died. Okay, so you need to able to really check yourself, listen to your body, make sure you are doing something. If you are overdo it, and you gotta basically come back and say, hey, I need to stop now. So again, why drink low sugar tea? Because low sugar have two things: gravity decrease blood sugar into the bloodstream, and then bitter melon increase the basically insulin sensitivity, so it take the sugar into the cell, because the as insulin working again, they will take more sugar to the cell. Excess sugar, they basically took it, dumped it out in the urine, and also cholesterol dumping urine, and salt also. And that result, your 3 high go down. So we will take care of your high blood sugar, high blood pressure, and high bad cholesterol, which is LDL cholesterol. So we get everything covered. So in conclusion, DOMS, okay, delay of muscle soreness, as a normal event for a diabetic. The sad part is you don't feel this until 12 to 72 hours later. And it lasts longer with pain and the soreness because you're diabetic. And healing process is much longer because the high blood sugar, the delay of healing, and nerve damage, at first you don't feel it, now you feel it, it's all delayed. And really, you need to continue to listen to your body. Don't push through this severe pain, like your hardness, chest, difficulty breathing, and shortness of breath. You still go forward. You can't do that because you might end up after a heart attack, don't even know. Now, you also need to allow time to recover and rest for your body and muscle to regenerate. And you need to continue to have hydration, meaning drink more low sugar tea during and after or before the exercise, so you can able to make sure that your blood sugar are not going higher than normal to get you off all kind of problem. And if you manage this well, your high blood sugar, instead of high, now low, will help you to heal your muscle much faster. Now, certainly you need to warm up and cool down your exercise, maybe do gentle stretching before exercise, and you need to ease all the stiffness, because you do stretch and all the stiffness will be better. Also can do massage afterwards. So your severe pain might last longer because that's the problem you have already because you're diabetic. But if you continue to treat it and continue to work on it with massage, stretch, maybe cold compress, or gentle massage in that area, all that will help you to improve the healing better. But on the other hand, truly, if you have exercise, it is important for you to lower your blood sugar, cholesterol, and blood pressure. And really, at the end of the day, you must exercise to able to get your body circulation continue to go smoothly in the body, help you to boost energy, improve your mood, and you can stay active and healthy. But if you don't, just sit there all the time, your joint becomes stiff, and your blood sugar continue to go up because you don't burn it off anymore. That will not be good for you. So do continue exercise, but you might feel those pain, later, which is okay. You just need to treat it like massage, stretch, compress, cold compress, or warm compress. Whatever you do, you have to get those area increase better circulation. So net result, you are able to get the muscle to heal. Important, continue to control your blood sugar. Okay, today is my webinar. If you have any question, do write to us, Andy, ANDY, @wafong.com, or WhatsApp us, 852-6792-8891. This is our WhatsApp number, and we would love to answer your questions. So continue to work on your exercise, because that is really good for you. If you're pre-diabetic, or diabetic, you still need to have to exercise. So do it and be healthy. And I hope that you have a really wonderful weekend. And thank you very much for listening to my webinar. I hope this will enlighten you to understand, wow, when I have exercise, how come I don't get pain now? And later, in about 72 hours, my pain was terrible. Well, that is the reason, because you are diabetic, and you know why now. So hopefully you need to work on it to help yourself out. You take care. I hope that you enjoy our webinar. I hope that you can able to continue to learn and manage and your 3 high and be healthy and live longer, and you can see all your grandchildren. Have a nice weekend. Thank you very much. And hopefully that will work with you again coming soon. You take care. Bye-bye.